Hi everybody, welcome to Daniel Messenger's YouTube channel. This is a broadcast to just give you an updated perspective on, let's say, just Bitcoin as a whole and where I'm at. I'm sure you noticed subscribers and that I stopped making videos for quite a few months. I'm sure I lost some followers because of that, but I didn't want to make some videos during some very unstable times and unsure developments created and whatnot in Bitcoin. I didn't want to be a part of that, and I'm sure a lot of people really called some really bad plays that didn't pan out like people thought they would with Bitcoin. My last video I talked about the high range and the low range of Bitcoin, where it could easily drop down to, and it seemed to meet quite a few of those numbers that I was calling those ranges at the bottom, where it seemed to bottom out about a week or two ago at about 400. I called about 440, if I recall, as being the bottom that I called in my last video. But okay, since then, since those highs back in December of around 1150, a lot of things happened to Bitcoin. It seems that a few governments timed quite a few regulatory instruments and whatnot into Bitcoin, and just flat out saying they're not accepting Bitcoin in their commerce and whatnot, such as Russia and China. Now, I don't think that's going to be a long-term, full-out political agenda to be developed. I think that's actually a technical play by the countries themselves to actually get into Bitcoin. By them coming out with all this news about, we don't accept Bitcoin and banks and whatnot, and all that, I didn't look into much of it, but I got the gist of it, and really, I think that we've seen the bottoms in Bitcoin. I know I said that last time, but then I said, there's a great chance that that might not happen, being the bottom. That was its last bottom back in January, mid-January. I called it bottoming out, and it really didn't. It got crushed some more. But I think what we need to take away from all this is, if you notice it getting to these low numbers, but then having such a high bounce back, is just incredible. Like when it first jumped down to about, what's this candle? This was on, okay, that's December 17th, 2013. We bottomed out at $382.21, and the next day it jumps up all the way to a high of 700 from, what did I just say, 382? That's pretty freaking bullish in any type of market. But again, that is an unstable factor as well. It goes to show how willing speculators in this market are to flip-flop. And, that might be bad in the sense that it could lead to more stability in Bitcoin. If it is to make new highs, we might see more whiplash effect. But the thing you need to get out of that is that it is making new highs. How many new highs have we made in the last 4 months, whereas how many new lows have we made? I think it's pretty lopsided. For the good guys, the green guys, rather. All this downtrend occurrence, and right now, though, we've reached a breakout point on weekly chart. We're looking like bullish breakout just did occur at the 645, 650, 655 handle. Now, if we can hold 645, 650, I'm looking to see 800 easily be shot right through up to 880. That's your next. Okay, so your next two major up moves will be around to, maybe, let's say, 720, 800, and 880. So about 80 buck gaps increments is really the trading ranges of the bulls. So if you see it approach, what's that, maybe a 730 to the 740 area, and it starts to slow down, watch for a bounce back to about 650, and if it hits back to 650, I would actually place a buy order there on a swing trade to the upside. Because, you know, you might place an order and it fucking comes back and you lose some money. So that's what Bitcoin's been doing. You know, that's a whole other story with bot trading. How a lot of people lose money in these markets isn't even natural occurrence anymore. But, you know, they might see these statistical numbers being talked about, as in the powers that be. They might say, oh, you know, you just got in here, well, we're going to purposely drive it to this number where a lot of people are holding, drive it 5 points below that. So they just took out a bunch of people on such a small dent in the actual full price. So again, we might bounce back up to 720. So that'd be your daily range. Is right now I'd say 640 to 720, and either side that breaks is gonna probably be the dominant factor. Such as if it breaks 720 to the upside, this bullish trend is probably just developing. Then that could be assumed. And then the opposite, if we break below 650 again, easily could go to 520 and even 400. But a lot of this down movement has been from the news. Now, we might not hear a lot of news for a while, so this puppy can just pick itself back up. So I've been following Doge more than Bitcoin, actually, because a lot of this news with Bitcoin just was not really in my department of willingness to absorb it all. I've heard stuff about silver when its regulatory system was established, like hardcore when they took out marginalization of silver on the Forex exchange market. That's where I was trading. You used to be able to leverage 50 to 1 on there. And if you knew how to trade silver, it was pretty sweet. But now it's only a 1-to-1 ratio, and that's for multiple reasons. Mainly because they don't want the small guy to make money. You know, it's like the big players will just go to future contracts and trade in marginalization there now. Now, where's the small guy going to make money in the precious market? Nowhere. You know, there's nowhere for him to do it. So that's why I'm in these cryptos, and I really like to acclimate silver as Doge and gold as Bitcoin. And it could eventually develop and evolve into Doge being gold and Bitcoin being platinum in the sense of a fundamental pairing that develops. You know, there's going to be so many markets attached to each other, and it's already kind of obvious with Bitcoin kind of being a parent coin of Doge in its development. Apparently, I heard a few leaders of Bitcoin that founded it. They moved to Doge. Now don't quote me on that, but that could play some key factors in its overall long-term development. Doge. So I showed you this, this trading range around here with Bitcoin, and I'd like to jump to a Doge chart on my next video. But this was just an introductory video about where I was at on my hiatus and why. Maybe a lot of people were asking themselves, why did this guy make a bunch of videos and then just disappear? It's because I got scared of Bitcoin, because a lot of things happened to me with silver where a bunch of spike ups and then down, and it was just chaotic and a mess. It messed me up mentally, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that has felt that through the manipulation in these markets. So you gotta just keep on keeping on, and I'm back. And I got a Reddit going. I'll post a link there. I just opened an account there because it's pretty good marketing. Good way to self-market yourself is through Reddit and pick up some viewers. Hopefully I'll be able to pick some more of you guys up there. Well, that's it for now, and thanks for watching, and keep on keeping on.